today at the site of the damage that is all visible this morning. So I'd like to ask everyone to please keep our students, most of all, their families, our teachers, our support staff, everybody connected to the Fox community. Please keep them in your prayers. Please reach out to them, support them in any way you possibly can. I also want to thank the city, and in particular the mayor, Chief Carter, the entire Richmond Fire Department for their diligent work all night long to contain the fire and to, as you can see, ensure that there are no remnants and that the site is safe so that they can go ahead and proceed with their investigation to determine the cause. I'm also grateful to the entire school board, city council, my colleagues in the counties who have reached out. Even the governor has reached out to convey his support for RPS, and to the hundreds, if not thousands, of community members all across Richmond who have expressed their sorrow at the loss of the building and have expressed their willingness to help in any way possible. We are blessed with a loving and caring community here in Richmond, and sadly it's sometimes at moments of tragedy that we see that come out the most, but RVA is truly a beautiful and strong community, and it is stepping up today. I do want to note, if anyone is interested in helping out, the best thing that they can do right now is to go to the Richmond Public Schools Education Foundation website. That's rpseducationfoundation.org. There is an opportunity there to make donations, and you can designate those donations for the Fox Elementary Fire Response. That's in the pull-down menu. 100% of funds donated will go to support students and teachers in the Fox community. So right now, thank you for all of those offers. We would like to direct them all towards that site, rpseducationfoundation.org. As for next steps, let me just say a few words. First, I want to note that Fox will be closed Monday and Tuesday. There will be no classes for Fox students. The team at Fox needs a couple of days to prepare for a shift to virtual learning. We will go 100% virtual for Fox Elementary starting on Wednesday. We want to give everyone time to process the events and make the necessary academic preparations. Fortunately, because of the wonderful leadership of Principal Jacobs, who you will hear from in a second, all Fox students have their Chromebooks at home. They were not in the building. So one of the silver linings of the pandemic is that we are prepared for, unfortunately, this eventuality. And so we will continue with learning virtually starting on Wednesday. Long term, we will move into another facility. We are exploring a number of options, exploring their state of readiness and how quickly we can move into them. I don't have any more details on that just yet, but we'll of course share that as soon as we can. I also want to note that Principal Jacobs will be meeting with her team today virtually, and we will have a parent and community meeting on Monday evening virtually at 7 p.m. to try to provide more specifics, particularly for our families, about the schedule and how things will work going forward, including the provision of meals for students who need them, and any other support that our families do need, including for our students who we know will be devastated if they haven't seen the news when they see the news this morning. Finally, I just want to convey my gratitude to the entire RPS family. You know, our motto here is to teach, lead, and serve with love, and we have seen folks throughout the community step up to serve with love over the last 12 hours or so, from folks being on the scene here last night to working all night long to ensure that we are prepared for continuity of learning, to the thousands of calls and emails and texts offering love and support It's truly a demonstration of the strength of the RPS family, and I assure you, we will dust ourselves off, stand up, and move forward with joy, with love, and with learning. With that, I'm honored to introduce to you Principal Daniela Jacobs of Fox Elementary School.
Good morning, everybody. I've had the honor of being the principal here at Fox for the past 15 years. But I think the most important thing for us all to know right now is this building has stood for 110 years, educating thousands and thousands of youngsters in our community. Those youngsters are now possibly many of the folks that are reaching out to us for support. Because the thing about the Fox community, it's not about a building. The Fox spirit lives within each and every one of us in this community. We are strong. We will manage this together. Be patient with us as we are making laid out plans and the best plans for everybody here in the community. We are not going to forget what our purpose is here in this city, and that is to educate every student so that they can grow up and change the world to become a better place. I love all of you. I appreciate the support that we are receiving, and thank you for continuing to support us, lift up our students, our staff, and each other, and cherish those memories that you have here in this beautiful building.
Well, thank you, Principal Jacobs, and thank you, Mr. Cameras, and thank you to all the members of the school board who are with us today, and members of the city council as well. Today I want to begin by saying that today is certainly a tragic day. It's a tragic day not just for the Fox community, but also for the city of Richmond as well. I'm grateful for the work overnight of the Richmond Fire Department, the Richmond Police Department that was here on site. I'm grateful for our partners in the counties, Chesterfield, Henrico, Hanover, for their help, Richmond Fire Department as well. Today, the city government stands in solidarity with Richmond Public Schools, and I've directed the Chief Administrative Officer and our team to do everything we can to help the Fox community, RPS get on their feet and ensure that the process of educating our youngsters we get back to the process of educating our youngsters as quickly as possible. I will also say Governor Youngkin did call me this morning and also offered his prayers to the Richmond community as we deal with this tragedy. A number of phone calls and text messages from across the Commonwealth have come in, and I'm thankful for their outreach, but I'm most thankful for the fact that there are no lives lost, there are no injuries, and I was here on site last night, and this was truly a blaze that could have injured our fire department, our firefighters, and I'm grateful for that. Today we come together as one community, and the city, alongside RPS, will wrap our arms around our families, our students who need us the most in this unfortunate moment for Richmond. It is my hope that we will be able to do all we can to answer the questions of how this all happened, and in due time we will have more for the community from the Richmond Fire Department and beyond. With that, I ask that the RFD now comes to the point.
Good morning, my name is Andrew Sneed. I'm the Deputy Fire Chief here for the City of Richmond. Last evening at 10:40, we were dispatched to a report of a building fire. Units arrived on the scene, had fire going across the border of the building. We made an aggressive interior attack, trying to contain the fire. However, because of heat, smoke, and fire, we had to come out of the building and go into what we call a defensive attack. Therefore, just trying to do as best as we possibly can. The fire was brought under control at 2:40 this morning. again, we're thankful that no one was hurt. We thank all the partners, as the mayor just said, of all our partners in the community, whether it's from Penrite, Chesterfield, Hanover, that filled our fire stations while we were in trying to keep this fire under control. Again, I thank the men and women of the Richmond Fire Department for all their help. Again, we're here to be a partner and do whatever we can. And again, this fire is under investigation, and as soon as we get information, we will share it.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here. I'm Dr. Shonda Harris Muhammad, School Board Chairwoman for Richmond Public Schools. And on behalf of my school board colleagues, we too stand together as one city to provide comfort, resources, and additional support to all of our Fox staff, our families, our children. We are going to, as a school board, allow the superintendent and his administrative team to work alongside with the city, city officials, our fire department, and other law enforcement that may be involved, particularly our fire department, to move our school family forward. We are going to stay abreast of how we will continue to provide learning for our students. So what I want to say additionally on behalf of the school board, we have you. We have our Fox community, we have our students, we have our teachers, we have our administrative leaders of the school. We're going to make sure that learning is not interrupted. We particularly thank our fire department for being here. I too was here last night with our superintendent and our mayor and other city officials. And I thank God that no one was hurt, particularly the type of fire that we had dealt with last night and through the early hours of this morning. So we thank you, simply thank you for providing the love, providing the support. Our children, please families, allow them to continue to talk about this. This is a grieving process. And for our staff as well, we will provide that support for them through the school division as necessary. So on behalf of the Richmond City School Board, we thank you so very much. We're going to get through this together. And if we can do anything for you, please contact me or any of us. Doesn't have to be me, but any of us. The superintendent has outlined and described very clearly the next steps, and we're going to stand alongside him to make sure that the support is there. Thank you so very much again for being here, and you all be blessed, remain safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Cameron, and thank you everyone for being here. A little lower, huh? A little short. My colleague, Catherine Jordan, whose district this is in, stands here and may want to comment, but what I want to be clear about on behalf of the school, not just, I've been a little anxious today from watching the news, but on behalf of City Council, I want to say to the school board, to the school administration, Mr. Cammers, to the parents, to our students, to our professionals, academic professionals here, and to the Richmond community overall, we stand with you. This is the Fox community, but these are our children, our parents, our schools, and we stand with you and stand ready to assist in any way we can. And so, while this is a tragedy in this moment, we will triumph. Together, we will triumph, and we will be even better. And I'll just defer to my...
Thank you to everyone who's come down here. Catherine Jordan, I represent the 2nd District here in Richmond, and my kids attended Fox. It's been a long time here. This is our wonderful colleague on school board, Mariah White. And again, we are here. We're going to get through this. Grateful for our fire, grateful for the neighbors. This is a tragedy, but this is not going to get us off track. We've already got a plan in place. If you want to support through the RPS Foundation website that was listed, reach out to your neighbors who have and friends who have school-age children now at Fox. How can you assist them? But we're going to get through this, and it is bigger than a building. This This is Fox Community. This is Fox Family.
And I just want to say to all of the students out here that I see out here today, we will bounce back because we are Fox Strong. And the community, we all know, you know that we are Fox Strong and we are resilient. Thank you.
Thank you to all of the public officials here gathered today and to Principal Jacobs. We'll now take some questions. Ms. Abu Bakr from RPS will help facilitate that.
Yes. Just looking at it, would it be safe to say this is a total loss, or is that still sort of under investigation?
That's under investigation. I think that's a question for the fire department at this point. Chris?
Question for the deputy fire chief here. Seems to be an indication that there were some police trucks, or fire trucks, sorry, that were dispatched here at around 9:30. Some call about an alarm that went off. Can you explain what happened there and whether there was some kind of communication with RPS about trying to get access into the building at that time?
Good morning, everyone. Melvin Carter, Fire Chief, City of Richmond. Yes, there was a fire alarm here, or an alarm here. We're not certain if it was a fire alarm, a motion detector. We're still investigating. We're trying to get to the bottom of that. The fire crews did respond and did gain access to the building and search the building. But we're trying to determine if it was a burglar alarm or some other type of alarm other than a fire alarm.
You said that RPS was able to let you inside the building at that time to investigate?
No, we let ourselves in the building. We gained access.
And then you all left the scene after that, or did you stay?
We stayed. We investigated the building for nearly 42 minutes.
Okay. When did you all notice the flames on?
We got dispatched at 10:35. We got dispatched around 10:40.
Okay.
So when you were when you were in the building for those 40-some minutes, you didn't notice any fire? There was no fire detected at that point?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
The question was, while we were investigating the building, did we encounter any smoke, fire issues? The answer is no.
So after, sorry, for clarification, after you investigated the alarm call, you all left and then you got dispatched back?
Yes, we did get the dispatch back, but as I said earlier, it's currently under investigation. And a lot of answers to your question were provided at that time.
Anyone else?
I know it's premature to ask this, but I'm assuming there's some sort of insurance on the building. How soon could we expect repair work to get underway? I know it's premature.
Yes, RPS is insured by Baycorp. I've actually already met with a representative to begin that process, and we will work expeditiously to ensure that the rebuild or whatever the right next step is takes place. Obviously, that is ultimately a school board decision, but we're going to get all the pieces in motion so that there's no delay.
Are there plans to move the students to another building? Is there another building available?
The question was, is there a plan to move the students to another building? Ultimately, yes, we are looking at a couple of options. One of those is Clark Springs Elementary, which we sometimes use as swing space. We're exploring the feasibility of that right now, but because it's going to take a little bit of time, we're switching over to virtual in the meantime. And Principal Jacobs will share more about the specifics of that with her families on Monday evening. As I said, we wanted to have a brief pause to give kids, families, and staff a moment to process and to prepare for this transition.
Thanks, guys.